What's up, y'all? It's the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. Check it out. One of my friends from work sent me this text today, and it contained a link to an article regarding Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, you see how this is going, guys. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in, and this is what the article has to say. I figured I'd take it to you guys so you can hear this utter bullshit. Check it out. The article is on, I think it's from Sci-Fi Wire. Never heard of it, but there it is, Sci-Fi Wire. And the article is entitled, Why Rey's Parents Had to Be Nobodies, Thanks to The Force Awakens, by some yahoo named Brian Young. Okay, here we go. They were nobody, Rey admits of her parents in Star Wars The Last Jedi. They were filthy junk traders, Kylo Ren confirms. They sold you off for drinking money. They're dead in a pauper's grave in the Jakku desert. This is perhaps the biggest I am your father style revelation in the new Star Wars film. No, it's not. How could it possibly be? Listen, it can't be. It's not as big as Luke, I am your father, because number one, nobody gives a fuck. So how can it? It has no impact. Your parents were nobodies. No, it's not true. It's not possible. No, I don't think so. All right, it goes on to say, and it hasn't been sitting well with some Star Wars fans. Some argue that it somehow undoes what was established in The Force Awakens. But I'm here to show you exactly why that isn't the case, and why, in my view, this was the best possible way to handle Rey moving forward. They're not moving forward. That's the problem. You idiot. Okay, here we go. Rewatching The Force Awakens with The Last Jedi in mind, it's apparent that Rey knows exactly who her parents are, and that explains why she was in the cave talking about, show me my parents. I guess she just wanted to have a look at them again. Okay. But she's tried to forget that truth. She doesn't want to believe that they're never coming back, and she certainly doesn't want to admit that they don't care for her. There's a reason she's kept her hair and wardrobe the same since she was a small girl, so they recognize her when they came back. Of course, and that's why Leia also kept her hair the same, right? Sure. And let's be honest, anyone who would leave Rey at 5 years old with Unkar Plutt is probably not a great parent. Filthy junk traders? That certainly fits the bill. On Jakku, Rey even tells BB-8 she's waiting for her family, who will come back someday. There's no reason for her to lie to the droid in such a quiet, earnest moment. We can take her at face value when she says she's waiting for her family. When she's offered 60 portions for the droid, the hesitation on her face can now be read as a knowing acknowledgement of what happened to her as a child. And she can't bear to do it to the droid as it has been done to her. Holy shit. Yo, this dude is reaching, man. Who's writing this? Mr. Fantastic? Because he's like stretching his arm like all the way across the street on this one. It's quite plain in the new context to understand she was speaking in jest. Dear child, Maz Kanata says to her on Takodana after her vision of the Force, I see in your eyes, you already know the truth. Whomever you're waiting for on Jakku, they're never coming back. But there's someone who still could. Rey responds, Luke? Wrong. In my view, this is a clear explanation that her parents are permanently out of the picture. Maz had asked Han who the girl was, and this is the understanding Maz came to when she spoke to Rey. Luke, the central driving mystery of the film, who could come back with Rey's help if she admits to herself the truth of her family. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, hold up. In my view, this is a clear explanation that her parents are permanently out of the picture. Maz had asked Han who the girl was, and this is the understanding Maz came to when she spoke to Rey. Luke, the central driving mystery of the film, is who could come back with Rey's help if she admits to herself the truth of her family. Did you guys get that from that particular exchange with Rey and Maz Kanata? Because I sure didn't. I don't know if this dude was watching the same movie. Maybe he was across the street watching like Flash Gordon or some shit. I don't know. The belonging you seek is not behind you, Maz continues. It is ahead. I am no Jedi, but I know the Force. It moves through and surrounds every living thing. Close your eyes. Feel it. The light. It's always been there. It will guide you. The saber. Take it. This quote is exactly the plot of The Last Jedi. If Rey turned out to be anyone else, nothing of this exchange would make sense. Whew. Rey seeks the belonging Maz suggests from her lost family, but she needs to let it go. Then she seeks it in the light with Luke, but that doesn't quite work out either. She lets the Force guide her when she confronts Luke about his absence. After her baptism in the cave, oh, is that what that was? It was a baptism in the cave. She's finally able to leave the need for that family behind. She tries one last time to offer Luke the saber, but realizes Maz was right. In that scene, did it look like she was thinking about Maz? What the fuck are they talking about? She had to take it herself, so she takes it with her to the Supremacy, fulfilling the destiny she tried refusing so much in The Force Awakens. But in that final belonging she sought, she finds it on Crate in her final test to finally surrender to the light by lifting rocks. Oh my God. We see Finn and Poe shrouded in shadow at their darkest moment. The First Order could burst through the door at any time, and they're at what they believe is a literal dead end. But then Rey brings the light to them. The light she provides bathes their faces as the rocks clear. The belonging comes when she sees Finn again. She's elated, and their embrace is so pure and platonic. Yeah, that's exactly what they wrote. Their embrace is so pure and platonic. It's a powerful, beautiful moment. Rey's greatest fear was that she was a nobody, not worthy of any admiration. And when she introduces herself to Poe and he responds, I know, she allows herself that smile. She is a somebody, surrounded by friends and allies, ready to lead. This is a powerful message for everyone watching who thinks they have a hero inside of them. I must have missed that because I didn't feel any of that shit. All I was feeling at that time was, wait a minute, did Luke just fucking die on top of that mountain? This is a powerful message for everyone watching who thinks they have a hero inside of them, but are told they are nothing. And the DNA of this moment is predicated on every powerful hint offered to us by The Force Awakens. Rian Johnson didn't undo anything from The Force Awakens. On the contrary, he emphasized and enhanced it, forcing me to reevaluate everything that had come before with fresh eyes. That's why The Last Jedi is fast becoming one of my favorite Star Wars films. You pathetic moron. You know, the funny thing is, all right, this is a brilliant piece of writing. It really is. I applaud you. I applaud you. You paid attention in writing composition class. However, none of the stuff that you just wrote in that article is in the movie. This is pure speculation. And you know what I'm getting tired of? I'm getting tired of you people who are applauding The Force Awakens. Look, you can like the movie. Love it for all I care. But what I don't like is you trying to explain shit that is not in the movie. You're working too hard. You're doing too much. You need to have a seat. It's not in the movie. What you're talking about there, it's nothing more than fan fiction, even more fan fiction. You're trying to read into the emotions and the motivations, all this stuff. You're trying to help Rian Johnson out. Who are you, his mother? Because that's what it sounds like. My baby didn't take anything away from The Force Awakens. He enhanced it, and that's why it's my favorite movie. Fuck out of here. The movie has plot holes. Accept it. And another thing I'm getting tired of. I'm getting tired of people talking about, nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having standards. There's nothing wrong with holding something that you love up to some type of creative standard. The movie has plot holes. Fucking accept it. You're writing these crazy articles. You know what would be funny to me? If episode 9 came out and dispelled all of the dumbass theories that a lot of you guys are coming up with, the ones who want to cheer this movie and don't want to acknowledge the plot holes. Like I said, love the movie. The very first video I made, what did I say? I said I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. But the movie had a lot of plot holes. There's nothing wrong with identifying that. It had plot holes. It had zero character development. They took everything from The Force Awakens and threw it out. No, Rey didn't have to be nobody. Okay, she came from nowhere, but it doesn't mean she had to be nobody. You get what I'm saying? You can draw a backstory. It's just lazy storytelling that they didn't. Accept it. Come on, come on. Move your lips. I'm going to help you. Come on, just say it with me. The movie had plot holes. The movie had no character development. It's time we all got on the same page if we're going to get better with our Star Wars saga. Solo is about to drop. I just saw the trailer. It looks like total and utter raw steaming bullshit. I'm saying it now, okay? We don't want this to go on. The kids are no longer enthused. You understand? We want to inject more life into this series. We want to see it go on into the future. Stop being in denial. Writing little articles like this is not going to help. You're just enabling Rian Johnson. Don't enable him. Don't encourage him. He was wrong. You got to admit it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you love Star Wars, be honest about it, guys. Come on now. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. What do you think about it? I'm going to leave the article in the comment section so you can read it for yourself. It's bullshit. You probably just get halfway through it and throw it out. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Once again, my friends, this is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.